Hey kids, this is Darth Devil Daddy. I've got Firecat with me.
Hi.
And we're going to do a review of Armored Warfare. Honestly, I'll start saying I love the game. I've played a lot of tanks. This is the original stand-up Battlezone. This is the Atari Battlezone, both of which I enjoyed a lot. But the thing that really got me was Robot Tank. Because Robot Tank not only had the radar, but you also had your vision getting clouded, and you could work off a radar. Your radar going down, your cannon, and your tank, your tread. So that game had a lot of new features. It had the weird wave of a tank ride, and it was a good time. I mean, it had weather conditions and all sorts of things that were inconceivable. Now I'm going to bring you up to the most recent game I was excited about for tanks, which was World of Tanks. I thought this game was going to be the bomb, because as you can tell, it has a variety of tanks from different time periods. Old World War I leftovers, all the way up to some of which I think probably saw service in the Korean War. Vast armies of tanks. I mean, how could it be any better? Well, honestly speaking, being able to afford them would have been better.
There's War Thunder.
Now we move on to War Thunder, and these are more modern tanks. However, playing it, as excited as I was about it, didn't really get me excited about the action, because the action just wasn't quite there.
I was gonna say, with all the spending you need to do, why
Now look, they
just
can have
get
planes.
I was gonna say, just get the Atari stand-up, right?
And he's right, the Atari stand-up would be cheaper. Now, it's certainly way better than the original Atari Combat, but it still didn't play as well as the original Battlezone, which is bizarre if you think about it. So, this is the game where I'm thinking it's kind of the end-all be-all. It takes a lot of the great tank game components, as well as some of the odds and ends that I liked from other games.
That and you don't have to shoot in this weird angle just so to kill all the people in it.
Well, no, you do actually have to angle it some. If you're pointed up, you can't get your gun to go to a certain level.
Well, I mean, to kill, it doesn't show you killing the people in it,
Oh, as in the tank itself, yeah. That was a World of Tanks issue, correct?
both.
Oh, both of them did it too, didn't they? You take out the motor, take out this, get through the armor plating, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to get to this. This is our vehicle selection, and last night, within, 3 plays? Maybe 2? He had enough to get up to a 3rd-tier tank.
Second.
3rd.
Oh.
In terms of the currency he needed. Now, in terms of actual play, you have to go further than that, and that's one of those things I do like about it. We're going to take a look at the 3 teams first. NATO, Russians, Chinese. And this is a pretty standard tank, and if you notice, the right trigger button allows a preview. But it's a tank you already own. But it's a testing ground, a real testing ground, which they had in Crossout. This testing ground is actually better, though, because it gives you a variety of tanks.
Yeah, not just your wimpy little thing while you're trying to try all these cool.
Yeah, so there's in Crossout it was the same truck about 12 times, and your vehicle to see how you could smash it up. And the thing is you can even try out the expensive tanks. The actual money tanks, the renters.
But they aren't pay to win, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're not a pay to win. You can do the whole game without ever playing them and have a great experience.
Because they do about the same damage.
Now, this isn't just a standard tank game, it is armored warfare. If you notice, those are wheels. That is a LAV 150. And these are vehicles that are, kind of like the Hummer's big brother. But, of course, there's a lot of track-based ones. There's rocket-oriented ones. This little monster here, I love. The lighter the armor, the faster they go.
No.
The heavier the gun, typically the slower it goes. I mean, it's really a big, wide, pretty natural selection.
Yeah, anyone can find a tank, I think, in this game.
And I believe You want to start with NATO on yours?
Yep.
I'm going to go to the Ruskies.
So I think you might see my channel or my.
One thing
tanks.
I want you to do: go to Lucrative Gaming if you want to see a lot of the tanks played out in terms of field testing, or just download it yourself and do your own field testing. But it's real fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you notice, the unlock requirements are listed pretty quickly on the T-55 here, as well as the Scimitar, which I think may be my first level 2. I don't know. I might pick them both up, though.
Well, I'll be honest, Scimitar was my favorite.
If you notice, there's that little weird arrow. That's basically the playing time, the capital you earn playing. So you have to put your time in with this tank before you get this one. You can't just skip levels. However, you're not stuck to doing every tank in the level. Now, when we get up to these higher levels, it is going to require more time to get to them. But it's going to be kind of a natural flow of events, so I'm not that worried about it. But at this point, I think you may want to see some of the other facets of the game, so we're going to take a look. If you notice, there's alpha damage, sustained damage, defense, mobility, utility, and targeting. They change from tank to tank. The Scimitar, not as much alpha damage, but definitely sustained damage. But the Scimitar is going to have more utility, better targeting, not so good on defense. It's basically a fast mover, and what you do with it is you do spotting. Spotting is actually a thing in this game.
Yeah, there's reconnaissance.
Yeah, you do recon.
You get points for it, too. It's not just like, well, good job. You helped the team, and you get nothing. Huh?
Yeah, because that's one of those things that's a real bummer in the game. So I think we're going to go on to the next part, which is the store. I haven't done anything for premium time yet. I honestly can't say I plan to look into it, because there's reputation, there's gold, there's, all the other stuff. I'm not really a global reputation versus local reputation, things like that. I don't honestly see me doing a lot of that, so I'm not going to go into it. Currently 2 modes, Global Ops, PvP. Oh wait, no, there's a PvP and a PvE.
Mm-hmm.
This helps you check up on your friends who actually play the game. And then, of course, these are your daily challenges.
Go to PvE, it's what we have there.
Stealth kills, in your face! Lump of damage while in close range. And deal a lump of damage while your vehicle is moving. I suspect in your face might be an easy one for me to get, because I don't necessarily like hiding out and shooting things from a distance, though I may. Who knows?
No, that's while you're moving.
I said we take a look at some battle, though. Oh, hold on.
Pizza.
And for this, I'm going to hand over the controls to Luke. We're going to do one battle.
I prefer PvE.
Just so you can see it.
Personally.
Of note, there's queues in the game. Kind of like most of the games that are massive multiplayers now.
But about the most I've ever seen in multiplayer is like, in this game, it's like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, the queue time is not horrendous. Paladins has some horrendous queue time. That's not really one of my favorites in terms of that. I do like getting mission objectives and things like that. That's one of the reasons why this particular level appeals to me.
Oh, you'll probably be seeing this again.
Is there any way of muting characters, by the way? Other players?
I don't know.
I wish one thing we could do is just cut comms on us.
Yeah.
There probably is a way of doing that through the PlayStation, but it's always one of those clunky things. And there's a lot of times I actually like talking to other players.
Oh, there's our galloping Bobby people. Huh?
Yeah. Sorry to tell you, you're going to probably hear some severe snoring in the background here.
Yeah, because, well, we'll just say she's an odd dog.
She's a very sinusy dog. Okay, Allied plane is carrying vital intel. Basically, take out the SAMs. SAMs, for those of you who are not familiar with the term, is a surface-to-air missile. And they've been SAMs since I've been playing F-15 Strike Eagle as a kid, so at least 25 years, maybe 30 now.
Oh, there's the
Old
Central
tech.
Russian tank. Is that the Russian star?
Company, you're going up against the Alliance of Neckwheel here.
That's
See,
the
look, all
objective.
these tanks are going kind of different speeds.
If that's the case, I'll check that it's trouble.
And changing your terrain changes the speed.
That's got to be one of the SAM
Yeah, so it's not good to do. Oh, there's a
Got
spotting
spotting.
and shooting.
Black Company, change the
Awesome.
plan. Our plane's been hit. It's intel from their hard drive
Oh,
about
the jerk
the
is
line.
hiding.
Find the plane. Get the intel.
Also,
You get killing points
Oh.
like normal,
in close range.
but it's not like entirely shooting points. I like this little
You
Russian.
just totally stole the kill.
Smoke guns.
Awesome.
Careful in there.
I like little
The
Russian.
Alliance of Neckwheel town. So proceed with
They can
extreme
boom
caution.
their
There's no
tank.
telling what they
That's
might do.
German.
Or close enough, right?
Identify.
Yeah, unless you're a Russian or a German.
Close enough to me, at least.
Okay, this is another facet of the game I love. Did you just see him drive through walls? World
can
of
drive
Tanks,
through
you get hooked up on them. You drive through the house, which is
Boom!
pretty typical and realistic of a tank.
Yeah. Especially as this is most likely enemy area. Let's crush their living quarters.
Might not be enemy area. Now, occasionally you hook up on things. There's tank traps and things like that, but just the destructive area of these things.
Yeah, that-
I love it.
Like, once I figured out I could just drive through a building like that, I was in.
Loader heat.
Like, I think in World of Tanks you can shoot through a building and get disappeared.
Oh, here's another
It's
one.
okay.
Check it out. Man's on a roll.
Target.
Yes! Secure downed plane. That's what you're doing right now, correct?
Yeah.
Isn't there... Why isn't it... I don't know. Saying you're
Maybe it's
securing
wrong
it.
down, like, damage from spotting? Oh, it gives you... Cool, it gives you help and damage from spotting if you actually kill... If someone actually kills the person they spotted.
Is this the down plane we're looking for? I don't know. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
here's a hostile.
Load heat.
Isn't
Yeah.
that a good thing, too? Like, it
Back to
gives
the hard
you
drive remote.
full credit
Time to
for
download the intel.
helping your team in reconning.
Identify target.
Holy cow, that guy's off. Where are you at? There you are.
Hiding.
You handsome little devil.
I thought you were handsome.
Identify.
No, I'm big.
Loader heat. Loader heat.
Awesome! Well, that's a big one.
Load heat.
Yes! Oh, right next to you!
It's me. It's rude.
Load heat.
Get blasted.
Where's your close range?
Told you it was rude, and that's how you die.
And you got
Got
the takeover. Or you're getting the takeover points.
Tank over. Right.
Well, I feel like you're owning this battle, kiddo.
Well, I'd say I am. Your card sucks.
Loader heat.
Okay. Hey, just shoot the ground.
No, I shot the car.
Oh.
Flat.
Well, there's your friends
Hey guys,
bumbling around.
I already killed everyone.
Hey, come on in, do some takeover. Let's just get this over with, pal.
I already
Yeah,
killed
this is
everyone.
one of those rounds I really like.
Load heat.
Oh yeah, come on, sweetheart. Come on, get a little love.
You're a little dead too.
Intel's been downloaded.
Oh, here comes another one. Oh, too bad.
Important it is to stop the
So,
alliance.
that is the gameplay. I really like it because it's very intuitive. It
It's
it
easy.
works in your time. Well, it's not easy, but it's easy enough.
Well,
It's not so easy, it's simplistic, and you can hand the controls over to, like, say,
Maggie.
our dog, a 3-year-old, or
Well-
whatever, and they'll wreak havoc.
It's easy to figure out.
But they definitely go with something you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
It goes even further into the range of, how do I put it? You get, it feels right. like the World of Tanks stuff, the tanks are bumbling along, and there are people who make it work, and I have a suspicion there are people who paid to make it work because they're using a much more advanced tank than I am, but maybe they just have the time in. Oh, 1 day of premium time. Ooh, exciting. You need to play at least one global operations battle and have 50% progress on a first-tier vehicle. Well, that's fine.
How much? Ooh,
20
see?
spots.
Look at how much credit we got for just one game.
Well, hit the triangle, because I think we got the free day, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I think it's saying that, by what I understand, it's saying
Oh,
the
let's not
next.
play with that one.
Like,
Well,
look,
actually-
how priced that is.
Mhm.
We got almost half. We got over half the price of a tier 2 tank.
Yeah, in one battle.
That's why I love this game.
Whipped out a ton of credits at once, and that's how this year opened all your awards and everything.
Let's see what our awards are. How do you get to that?
I don't remember how you did that. Give me a moment here.
Oh, L2, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No supply crates, but we'll probably have them later. There's daily tasks. There's not a daily award system like some things have.
But that's okay.
I don't know if they're going to put it in or not, but so far, what I really
there
like
it
is...
Yeah, look at all those kills and damage I got out to.
Yeah. Even in the most simple way...
Whoa, look at how much money that gives.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's why you did so well, honey. As
No.
I say, even the most simple way, your tank is going to be lethal no matter what the situation. I mean, certain
Yeah.
tanks are better against others.
Like, I could see being able, like, it would be hard, but killing the top tier tank with one of those 1-level tanks, you know? I could see that being possible in this game. That was entirely not happening.
And everyone was able to long shot you over the crap terrain that was provided to World of Tanks, as well as War Thunder. Maybe I'm viewing it wrong, but the fact that every time you died, everything was, a big hassle.
Oh, that and there's respawning in this game.
Yeah, respawning happens. That's
like
something I really hated in World of Tanks. You got knocked out, you sat for 5 minutes.
Well, if you did great, you can...
Unless you
Respawn.
lasted to the end.
No, you can get points to respawn, but it's
Okay.
really hard to do.
I never did.
I was gonna say, okay, Mr. Generic Black Guy. Okay, Mr. Generic, right? The guy on the picture just looked like the
Oh.
generic tough black guy.
I didn't even catch it.
Okay.
Light company, you're going up against the line of the neck wheel here. Received intel that the area...
Stop doing all your smoke, kids. It's gonna wrap up your lungs.
Our jets are in trouble.
Hey, Tank.
There we go. Well, I think I'd like to wrap it up here.
Identify.
Thanks for watching.
Can we get one
Light
last
company,
shot?
keep
Okay,
your plan.
one shot.
Intel from
Awesome.
their hostile
Die,
fire.
turkey, die!
Find the plane.
Alright, this has been Dark Devil Daddy saying goats out.
Goats out.